She stands in front of the bathroom mirror at 11:47 p.m., still wearing her work clothes. There's a conference badge clipped to her blazer. She forgot to take it off, her name printed in bold letters under the company logo, Vice President of Strategy. She worked 8 years for that title. The apartment is silent, expensive, floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the city. She moved here 3 months ago, celebrated alone with takeout sushi and a bottle of wine she drank half of. She brushes her teeth. The electric toothbrush is the only sound in the apartment. No music, no television, no other person breathing in the next room. This is what success sounds like. In bed, she scrolls through her phone. An email from her assistant, a LinkedIn notification. Someone she went to college with got promoted. She closes her eyes at 12:20 a.m. Her alarm goes off at 5:45. She's 29 years old. She looks 35. She feels 40. The gym is 3 blocks away. She goes every morning, not because she enjoys it, because her calendar has a recurring event that says gym. The woman on the treadmill next to her is watching a show on her phone, laughing quietly at something. She glances over, wonders what it's like to laugh at 6:15 in the morning. She runs for exactly 43 minutes, burns exactly 380 calories. The coffee shop on the corner knows her order, Americano, no room. The barista doesn't smile anymore, neither does she. At her desk by 7:30, the office is empty. She likes it this way. She opens her inbox. 63 new emails since she left last night at 9. By the time her team arrives at 9, she's cleared 40 of them. Morning meeting at 9:30. She runs it, efficient, clear. One of her team members, Sarah, mentions her daughter's birthday party this weekend, asks if they can move Monday's deadline to Tuesday. She says yes, but she also notices the small flash of annoyance she feels. She wonders when she became this person. Lunch is a salad at her desk. She eats it during a video call with the London office, forgets to taste anything. At 3 p.m., her mother calls. She sends it to voicemail. Her mother calls every Tuesday at 3, has for 2 years, since her father died. She tells herself she'll call back later, but later there's another meeting, then emails. At 7 p.m., she texts her mother, "Sorry, crazy day, we'll call tomorrow." She won't call tomorrow. She orders dinner to the office, sushi again. She's ordered sushi 4 times this week. At 9:15, her phone buzzes, a text from someone named Michael. Still on for this weekend? She stares at the message, tries to remember who Michael is. They matched on an app 3 weeks ago. She thinks they had plans for drinks. She types, "Can we rain check? Work has been insane." He responds, "No worries, maybe next time." There won't be a next time. She deletes the app. On the walk home, she passes a restaurant. Through the window, she sees a table of women, laughing, wine glasses, birthday balloons. She keeps walking. At home, she pours a glass of wine, stands by the window, looks out at the city. Somewhere down there, people are living, going to birthday parties, calling their mothers. She's up here, alone, successful. This is what she wanted. She's sure of it. She made a plan when she was 22, fresh out of college, hungry. She would work harder than everyone else. She would sacrifice. She would climb. And she did. She gave up weekends, gave up the person she was dating who wanted her to come to his sister's wedding instead of working on the pitch that would get her promoted. She chose the pitch, got the promotion, never spoke to him again. That was 7 years ago. She can't remember his last name. The promotions kept coming, each one feeling like proof. But somewhere along the way, they stopped feeling like victories and started feeling like obligations. More responsibility, more hours, more problems that only she could solve. Her college friends stopped inviting her to things. She always said no. Eventually, they stopped asking. Late at night, scrolling through photos of their lives, she feels something hollow. They're getting married, having babies, buying houses. She's alone in an expensive apartment. She tells herself she doesn't want those things. She's not sure if that's true anymore. At 32, she gets promoted again, Chief Strategy Officer. There's a small celebration, champagne in plastic cups. Her boss gives a speech about her dedication. She smiles. Thanks, everyone. That night, she sits in her apartment with the champagne bottle they sent her home with. She doesn't open it. This was the goal. This was what she worked for. And now that she has it, it feels like nothing. Her mother calls that week. She answers this time. I'm so proud of you, her mother says. Your father would be so proud. They talk for 7 minutes. Her mother tells her about the garden, about a show she's watching. She's only half listening. She's thinking about the board meeting next week. I should go, she says. I have an early morning. You always have an early morning, her mother says softly. After they hang up, she sits in the silence. She's 32 years old, successful, respected, alone. And she chose this. Every step of the way, she chose this. The job over the relationship, the promotion over the wedding, the meeting over the phone call. And now she has it. The title, the salary, the apartment with the view, and none of it feels like she thought it would. She thought success would feel like arriving, but it just feels like more. At 34, she's sitting in a doctor's office. She's been having panic attacks, waking up at 3 a.m. with her heart racing. The doctor asks about stress levels. I'm a C-suite executive. Stress is part of the job. The doctor doesn't laugh. How many hours are you working? 70? 80? Do you have support? Friends? Family? She pauses. I have colleagues. That's not what I asked. The doctor prescribes medication, suggests therapy, recommends reducing her workload. She takes the medication, skips the therapy, doesn't reduce anything because reducing means falling behind. And she's been running for so long that she doesn't know how to stop. At 36, her mother has a stroke. She gets the call at work from a neighbor. She should come. She books a flight, takes her laptop. Her mother is asleep when she arrives, smaller than she remembers, older. When did her mother get old? Her mother wakes up, sees her, smiles weakly. You came, she whispers. Of course she came. But she knows there have been 100 other times when she didn't. Birthdays she missed, holidays she worked through, weekends she canceled. She stayed for 3 days, worked from the hospital cafeteria. On the 3rd day, her mother said, you don't have to stay. I know you're busy. I want to stay, she said. Her mother just looked at her, a look that said she knew better. On the plane home, she stared out the window and felt something crack inside her. Her mother almost died, and she was in the hospital cafeteria answering emails. At 38, she's sitting in her office late again. The building is empty. Her phone buzzes. A text from Sarah, a photo. Sarah's daughter, birthday cake, candles, smiling. She stares at the photo. The daughter is 7 now. She remembers when Sarah was pregnant. 7 years. She's been so focused on work that 7 years passed and she didn't notice. She thinks about her own life, 22 to 38, 16 years. What does she have to show for it? A title, a salary, an apartment, no husband, no children, no birthday parties, no one taking photos of her smiling. She closes her laptop, sits in the dark, and for the first time in 16 years, she asks herself, is this what I actually wanted, or is this what I thought I was supposed to want? She's not sure anymore. She built this life so carefully, every choice made with precision, and now she's here. At the top of the mountain, she spent 16 years climbing, and the view is just more mountains. At 40, she goes to her college reunion. She almost doesn't go, but at the last minute, she books a flight. People recognize her. "I saw you were CSO. That's incredible." She smiles, thanks them. They tell her about their lives, their kids, their jobs, their struggles. They're so human, so messy, so real, and she's so polished, so successful, so empty. She leaves early. In the hotel room, she orders room service, sits on the bed. She's 40 years old, successful, respected, alone, and she can't remember the last time she was happy, not satisfied, not accomplished, happy. The kind where you laugh at something stupid, where you waste a whole Sunday doing nothing. She can't remember. She's traded 18 years of her life for a title that will be given to someone else the moment she's gone, and she can't get any of it back. The next morning she calls her mother. "I want to come visit," she says. "When?" "This weekend." "Don't you have work?" "Work can wait." A pause. "Okay," her mother says softly. "I'd like that." She goes, takes Friday off, doesn't bring her laptop. She sits with her mother in the garden. Her mother shows her the tomatoes, the roses. They sit in lawn chairs and drink iced tea and don't talk about work. Her mother tells her about her father, small memories, quiet moments. She listens, really listens, and she realizes she's been missing this. On Sunday, her mother hugs her at the door. "Come back soon," her mother says. "I will." And this time she means it. But back in the city, the old patterns return. The early mornings, the late nights. She tries. She really does. But she's so tired. At 43, she sits in her office after everyone has left. There's a resignation letter on her screen. She's been writing it for 3 hours. She doesn't know what she'll do if she quits, but she knows what will happen if she doesn't. She'll be here in 5 years, 10 years, 20, successful, respected, alone, wondering where her life went. She looks at the letter. Her hand hovers over the mouse, and she thinks about the person she wanted to be at 22. She wanted to matter, to be important, to be someone. And she became that, but she forgot to become a person anyone knew. She closes the document without sending it, turns off her computer, sits in the dark. The city glows outside her window, millions of people, living, loving, losing. She's up here, above it all, alone with her success, and she finally understands the cost of becoming who she thought she wanted to be.